So the next item on the agenda is keynote speech. And for that, we have someone from our own family. And to me, I have some personal connection with him. He is my ex-boss, my mentor, and I can go to him for anything at any time. And he has served, he's one of the founder members of our chapter and vice chairman of our chapter who has served over 16 years. He is none other than our own TK Raman. So as a formality, I have to read out his profile. So TK is a seasoned C-level executive with over 40 years of experience, well-rounded in the UAE and India at the strategic and tactical levels across several industries, including banking and finance, investments and asset management, insurance, card-based payment systems and solutions, stockbroking, hospitality, and IT security. He is a listening leader who practices the discipline of getting things done within time and cost budgets. He's a qualified chartered accountant, cost accountant, and company secretary, and is also an advanced management program graduate from Wharton University of Pennsylvania. TK is a founder member and past vice chairman of ICAI Abu Dhabi Chapter and has served on the main committee of the chapter for over 16 years. He is currently the group CEO of Finance House PJSC and is a board member of several leading companies, including Insurance House, FH Capital, Finance House Securities, MPay, and Mainland Management. Sir, the floor is yours.
Hello, hello. I hope I'm audible at the back. Thank you, Shafiq, for the generous introduction. I couldn't help feel like a walking, talking human dinosaur. His Excellency Muhammad Al Hosni, Guest of Honor, Mr. Muhammad Al Kathiri, Chairman John, Managing Committee members, distinguished speakers and panelists, and members of the Abu Dhabi chapter. Thank you for inviting me to deliver the keynote speech today. We have an impressive panel of specialists who are going to talk on a variety of subjects. So I was just thinking to myself that I should stick to something which is more relevant to us as professionals. Just to think about what does the idiom expanding horizons really mean to us as professionals. In my personal view, it's a very, very simple definition. Expanding one's horizons simply means to learn or experience new things that broaden our perspective, knowledge, and equip us to seek better opportunities in life, be they professional or personal. That's how I look at expanding horizons. At several times in our respective lives, we are all filled with this desire to step out of our comfort zones and seek something bigger, better, newer goals. And invariably, this longing to seek out something different beyond our current situation stems out of somehow getting stuck in a rut. I'm sure all of you are familiar with this. Be it relationships, work or personal, be it habits. This urge to seek out expand our horizons and to push new frontiers definitely stems from this feeling of inadequacy. Even though all of us get this urge in our lives, very few of us actually end up making this happen in our lives. And I would just like to reflect a little bit on why does this happen? Why do we all get the urge, but not many of us actually end up doing something about it? Having spent 40 plus years of my life serving different industries, I thought I'll share my experiences in life. I'm no motivational speaker or a personal development person, but I would like to just share my perspectives on why and how potentially we can overcome this stepping out of the comfort zone thingy, which to me is an essential part of expanding our horizons. First and foremost, I think we need to understand in our lives, where are we complacent in our life? To me, complacency equals stagnancy. You know, you go to work and then you feel you're going through the motions. You're not really into it. You're not in the present, right? So you really have to think, oh, why is this thing happening to me? You know, even it's like a feeling where you feel that you are working out every day, but if you do the same exercises every day, day in and day out, the incremental benefit from that starts diminishing, right? So what do you do in a situation like that? And what has worked for me is to start making simple changes, acquire a new skill. I mean, today, there is no dearth of new skills which any professional can get. I'm not specific to accountancy. I'm just saying any professional, be it artificial intelligence, machine learning, be it understanding the blockchain and crypto, moving from FP&A to xP&A, whatever it is. There are so many different skills that one can acquire. I think that's something which we can really make some simple changes with. When you get stuck, most people think, oh, a change of job or a change of employer is the solution. I don't believe that's the only solution. You can enrich your experience by putting your hand up and saying, you may see projects happening around you. Most entities today go through massive digital transformation projects and stuff like that. So even if it's not within your specific domain, you can always put your hand up and say, hey guys, I would like to get involved in this project. Or even better, when you see something in your organization that needs a solution, you can initiate a project. Nothing stops you. You don't have to be the CEO of the company to do that. Any one of us can do it. These are simple changes that we can make in our professional lives, which I feel every time you do something different, you do something new, it really broadens your perspective of how you address the situation. And it also prepares you to accept change gradually. This is a subconscious development that we don't necessarily realize, but every little change that we make in our lives actually pushes us forward towards the next stage in life. The second skill, or I would say a tip in terms of how to expand one's horizons, I feel is understand and address what is holding you back. What I mean by this, you know, on several occasions you would find yourself in a position where you do not end up taking that plunge into something because of fear of failure. This happens to all of us. You know it's the right thing to do, but you don't do it because you fear that, what if I fail? I think it's important to address this point, look within ourselves to find out where is this fear really stemming from. It could be a mistake that you have done in the past, which is stuck in your mind and heart, that's holding you back from taking that plunge, or in terms of expanding your horizon or pushing the next frontiers. Many people don't realize this. Many of us have gone through our lives with very little disappointment. I would like you to just think about this. Many of us have been fortunate enough that we have been through our lives with everything happening the right way. Good schooling, good family, you move into your college or your CA or whatever, you cleared it, you got a job, you married, you got kids. In life, those who have not faced disappointment or failures are somehow less equipped to face the fears of failure. And this is my personal experience. I'm not quoting anybody here. So how does one address this? I think the simple thing first is to understand what's holding us back first. Once you know where this problem is coming from, then we can work on addressing how to get over this issue. The third tip or suggestion that I would like to share is, in expanding your horizon or pushing new frontiers, always try as much as possible to pursue opportunities with passion. Every one of us is passionate about a few things, very, very passionate about a few things. One has to identify what you are passionate about, what really keeps you going. And if you, in work life, if you feel stuck in a particular job or industry, you got to go back and introspect. In the first place, why did you actually get into this industry or profession in the first place? What was that passion that brought you in? And is that spark really still alive today? Now, if it is not, definitely it is time to shake things up and move and change. This is no rocket science. I mean, every one of us, you know yourselves better than anybody else. So it is just an issue of introspection to find out where exactly is this link between passion and your perseverance of an opportunity exists. The more passionate about the cause you are. I'll give you a simple example. If you join a gym just because all your friends are joining the gym and you don't really enjoy this running on the treadmill and lifting stuff, I mean, you are in the wrong place, guys. Just get out of it. Maybe your passion is singing. Maybe your passion is learning a new language. Just get out of it. Do what you feel right, what your gut says. So combining this passion with your pursuit, be it personal or professional, I'm saying, really helps you commit to the cause and expand your horizon and push the next frontiers. And this has happened to me in personal life. I don't want to quote instances, but I'm just sharing what I've been through. I've been in your shoes, been through those experiences in life, and I'm just sharing what I felt is more relevant to you. The fourth thing I would like you to consider in expanding your horizon or pushing the new frontiers is every meaningful activity that gives you a new learning or a new experience does take time and or money. So this is a dimension that we really need to bear in mind. If you want to play golf, if you want to take up golfing lessons, golf takes a lot of time. We really need to understand if you have that time to spend, is there a sufficient payback in terms of the time you spend on acquiring that activity? Because everybody thinks you go on a golf course, your next job is waiting for you, right? I mean, that's how people perceive golf as an activity, but that's not the way to look at it. Do you have the time to commit to that? Is there a payback in terms of the time that you're spending on it? I think these are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. And money is equally an important dimension. If you want to upskill yourselves, get into a different career, perhaps you need to go to a full-time schooling and get new skills. It does cost time, it does cost money. If you want to branch out and do your own thing in business, you need to have a business plan. You need to understand that before the business becomes profitable, how much money do you need to set aside? How much do you have to have in a kitty for the next 3 years to sustain it? So there is the time and money tee off in any decision any meaningful decision that we want to take in upskilling ourselves or in expanding our horizon. The fifth thing I would like to touch upon, and it is very, very important, is to build relationships, be it professional or personal, that uplifts us. What I mean by that is, you come across several people in your lives, personal and professional. Everybody has a different take on life. Everybody has different opinions on how to deal with life. But when you dispassionately look at it, in the company of some people, you feel energized. You feel, oh, there is meaningful talk happening. There is meaningful discussion. There is something I can take away from this person. And there are others where it is just talk. It really doesn't, either it doesn't lift you, or in many instances, it's the crab psychology. It pulls you down, especially when you are trying to do something, moving out of your comfort zone, trying to learn a new skill or trying to go into a different direction. And if you have friends or family, I'm sorry to say this, so it's nothing personal, but those who pull you down, who kind of know your psychology and don't let you really go forward with your thoughts and steam going forward. So it is very important to understand and be in the company of people, both personally and professionally, who really uplift you, who support you with your endeavors that you want to take forward in life. Shafiq mentioned earlier on about mentoring. I don't know if I'm his mentor, but if he feels so, I'm so glad that he appreciates that. But it's very, very important for every one of us as a professional to have a mentor. It doesn't have to be somebody from your same profession. It doesn't have to be, it can be your relative, it can be your friend, it can be someone else with a stature in their respective professions. But it's very, very important to have a mentor, because I have faced situations in my career where I couldn't discuss certain issues with anybody else. Neither family, nor friends, nor work. So you need that sounding board. I hope I'm making a connection here, but to me, that's very, very important that you have a sounding board that is exclusive for you, where you can ask for an opinion when you need it. So building relationships that uplift you is very, very important. Last but not the least, what I would like to share with you is that technology, leveraging technology, I'm sure all of us do it. But today, our computers, our mobile phones, these are the entry points, whether to build relationships, whether to reach out to people. If you have a role model and if you want to follow somebody, you can reach out to them through LinkedIn or whatever. You can learn new things through these internet technologies. So it's very, very important for us to leverage technology in order to expand our horizons. So what am I coming to? I would like to sum up like this. If we keep doing the same things day in and day out and expect different results, I mean, we are foolish, right? I mean, we all know that. Stepping out of a comfort zone and taking that leap of faith, because you should not, a lot of us somehow end up believing that the other side is not that green. I would like you to just shed that inhibition and take that leap of faith. That's when you will realize what your true potential is. You would be really fascinated to know how much you are capable of when you take that leap of faith and move into a non-comfort zone in life. And with those thoughts of what I shared from my experiences, I'd like to thank you once again for inviting me as a keynote speaker today. And I'm particularly glad that I've been privileged and honored to be a member of this vibrant chapter since its inception 38 years ago. And having served on the managing committee for 16 years, it's been a memorable and fulfilling experience. I have at least one person with me here who's been through that journey with me since day one. That is our ex-chairman, Naresh Jain. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, TK sir. As we call you, all of us in the chapter, it is always a great privilege and pleasure to hear your words. Today, while you have decoded the conference themes, but you have given us very insightful reminders, I would say, of what we actually need to adopt in our personal life, of all the 4 and 5 messages that you have put up across. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
As to present a token of appreciation, I would like to call Vice Chairman C.A. Krishnan and our past Chairman C.A. Nanijin to please join us on the stage, and our PDC leader Shafiq Nalail. A big round of applause to TK sir.